What's up everybody, 40 the Broadway Saiyan here, and welcome back again to my YouTube channel, bringing you guys another video on Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the debut of Garland's burst weapon and as well as his LD boards. This is going to be a very exciting topic as this particular burst weapon release has a lot of anticipation behind it. But before we talk about that, if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. That way you guys are not missing out on future uploads, and if you guys enjoy what you see on this channel, be sure to hit that like button and share this video as it does help me out. Don't forget to check out all of the fantastic resources out there for Dissidia Opera Omnia. Links will be down below in the video description as well as the pinned comments. And last but not least, don't forget to check out all of the rest of the fantastic content creators for this game. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the debut of Garland's burst weapons and his LD boards. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and talk about Garland's burst weapon and as well as what his LD boards upgrade his LD skill to. Now, I will be doing a separate video, like I said, for 7, so that way I can focus on each of them one by one. So let's just go ahead and start off this demonstration. I'm taking this to the Desh Lost Chapters Luthenia, which is content that we're going to be seeing very soon also as well in Global Opera Omnia. So with Desh, we're just going to do this. And then once we get to Garland, we'll talk about all the goods that he gets. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about his LD first with the LD board. So with LD boards, his Bind of Chaos and its plus variant is now going to be delivering a 5-hit AoE melee brave attack plus single target HP attack executed twice. So 2 HP dumps now. It has an increased overall brave potency. It extends his special effect, Chains of Time, by 2 turns, and also adds the following new effects to Chain of Time, which is increased brave damage dealt up to 50% based on stacks, increased HP damage dealt up to 30% based on stacks, increased stolen brave overflow up to 40% based on stacks, and then it also extends any self-granted buffs by 1 turn. And Chains of Times being active also allows Garland to trigger a follow-up attack after every HP attack he delivers, and that HP attack follow-up is going to be a 2-hit melee brave attack plus HP attack executed twice with 120% stolen brave overflow. So quite an upgrade that his LD boards gives to his LD skill. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here. You can see 2 HP dumps, and then there's the follow-up. And remember, his little overhead effect, the more stacks that it has, the more increased brave damage he's going to be doing, increased HP damage, and also getting that stolen brave overflow and extending any self-granted buffs by 1 turn. So definitely a massive upgrade to his LD board. So we're going to talk about his burst next, but we're going to go ahead and first just have Celeste and Desh take their turns. All right. And then Desh, let's have you use your LD. Awesome, awesome. All right, and actually for Garland, if you guys are going to be going into the burst, I like using the LD first because remember his LD will be giving him a free skill usage on his next turn. So if you want to keep his damage output pretty high, that's usually what I like to do with Garland. LD first, and then if you're going to go into the burst, make sure you have those free skill usage. What I'm going to go ahead and do here first is actually use a Camelot's Call. So then we get that awesome Brave regen, or the effect that it has, which is super beneficial. There we go. All right, so we're going to go right into burst here. Okay, so we're going to start off with the free skill usage of his skill 1. Since it's AoE Brave hits. All right, and then we're going to go right into his LD again. Right, and then we're going to go right into his skill 1 again. All right, and then we'll go into skill 1 again. Skill 1 is great because I love the AoE Brave hits. And then we'll go into his EX. If you have Brave left over when you do this EX, it's insane. It actually does a lot of damage, especially with all the effects and the stacks from his LD buff. Not to mention that follow-up. Okay, so this is going to be the finish burst right here. So his finish burst is going to give him access to Ultimate Conflict, and this delivers a 15-hit AoE melee Brave attack plus AoE HP attack, 60% increased Brave damage against a single target. It deals split HP damage. It has 20% maximum Brave damage limit up to 11,998, and 100% maximum HP damage limit up to 199,998. Now, the party-wide burst aura is what really sells this weapon. It's quite good. So, party-wide burst aura is 6 turns. It has increased Brave damage dealt up to 50% based on the stacks for the party. Increase HP damage dealt up to 30% based on the stacks to the party. Increase maximum Brave damage limit up to 40% to 13,998 based on the stacks. Increase stolen Brave overflow up to 40% based on the stacks. And the stacks increase by 1 after every party member's turn up to 5 stacks. Now, they will reset if an enemy takes their turn. But however, because Garland is literally delaying an enemy like after he touches them, you're gonna keep increasing these stacks quite easily. It's not very difficult to keep these stacks up. But let's go ahead and just take a look at it here. There we go. Does a lot of damage too. All right, and as you can see right there, if you could see the burst effect aura, you could see it's at 1. Now it's at 2. And then let's just go ahead and increase it here with our other 2 party members, so you guys actually get to see that in action. All right, now the stacks are at 3, and then with Dash, we're going to go ahead and use this. So your DPS is going to skyrocket by having this effect. Now we have it at 4, and then we're going to go ahead with Garland, just use skill 1. There we go. Now we have it at 5. So just think about all that increase in offense that you're going to be getting from that really powerful burst effect. And like I said, because Garland is literally delaying an enemy as he touches them because of his effects, you can keep up this burst effect quite often and even abuse it with certain other characters. Now, call-wise, his base call is going to use his skill 2, Soul of Chaos. It's going to grant the caller an increase to max Brave and attack up to 30% for 6 turns based on the stacks, and the stacks will increase when the caller takes their turn. And then the LD call for Garland is going to have him use his LD skill, Bind of Chaos. This is going to be lowering an enemy defense up to 20% and lowering enemy speed up to 30% for 4 turns based on the stacks, and the stacks do increase when the caller attacks an enemy. Recommended arts for Garland is going to be pretty simple. You're going to want 3 copies of Attack plus 108, and then 3 copies of He Who Thirsts for Strife Boost 2-star, which is his C50 passive. His High Guard armor is going to give him Brave damage dealt can exceed the limit of 9,999 by 15%, up to 11,498, and then Held Bravery and HP damage dealt can exceed the limit of 99,999 by 15%, up to 114,998. So after all this is said and done, what are my personal takes on Garland? His LD boards and his burst vastly improve his already impressive kit, because when his LD first came out originally, it actually made it easier for him to maintain his ability to delay with every action. And now with the LD boards, you could see that it further improves that, and the additional attack after every HP attack gives him better efficiency as a damage dealer. And then take a look at that burst effect. It's extremely powerful and can easily be abused by other powerful damage dealers, especially those who take numerous consecutive turns. So characters such as Lightning or Terra can totally abuse this, because you have the burst effect on with Garland, and then you go into either Lightning's LD and keep up all the consecutive turns, or go into Terra's LD and just totally take advantage of that, the amount of offensive utility that burst aura provides. I personally use him plenty after his burst release in JP. Later on, he's going to be getting a burst plus, so he is an awesome character to definitely invest in. I'm going to be saving my gems for this character though, because I have 50 burst tokens saved up for his BT. However, if you don't have the burst tokens, and if you go with either gems or tickets, he's a very fantastic investment. That's all I'm going to say. He is awesome. Now, the banner that's going to be featured is going to have Garland's Burst LD EX35 and 15. Alongside that, you're going to have Freya EX35 and 15 and Agrias EX35 and 15. Both characters are showing age already, but later on, like Agrias is going to be getting an LD, and Freya's LD hasn't been announced yet on JP, but who knows? Maybe Freya could be a global first LD. Who knows? But like, those characters are still waiting for their upgrades. But Garland is definitely the prize of this particular banner. Like I said, he's a great investment. Amazing burst aura, and just the LD boards vastly improve what he does, which is delay, offensive, craziness with his damage, and all that good stuff that he does. Alright guys, well this is going to conclude my video for Garland's burst debut and his LD boards. Again, I will have a separate video for 7, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again for watching. This is 40 the Broadway Saiyan signing out. Mahal everyone.